Hi children, how are you? Are you all fine? I hope you all are fine and well. Okay, so in our last period, I told you about chapter 1 Geography, the Earth and the solar system. So we learn about Earth and some solar system is there. What is called solar system? We already learn about stars, then sun, then we already learn about solar system. That sun is the center of solar system. Then all planets are that moving around the sun. That all we learn in our last period. So in this period, I am going to teach about this Earth and little bit about that 12 planets, then satellites, asteroids, comets, meteoroids, that everything I am going to teach. Okay, so now we'll see about Earth. You all know that we live on Earth, and you know that the temperature is the earth of Earth. It is suitable for human beings, animals, trees, and for all things. The atmosphere of Earth is suitable to live. In short, human beings can survive on the Earth. It is very suitable for human beings and for all livings to live. That is the atmosphere of Earth. Then the Earth is the only planet which has life on the Earth, because the Earth atmosphere is suitable to live. There are volcanoes, earthquakes happen, that water bodies are there, forests are there, then many that countries are there, that all are there on the Earth. So in short, you can see that it has a huge structure, that poles are there, equator is there, and it is a spherical in shape, and that two poles are there. Then it is like a ball, it is like a ball shape, and human beings can survive on the Earth. Okay, it is a unique planet because it has living things and living creatures are present on the Earth. That's why it is called unique planet. Next thing, suitable temperature. We see that the Earth temperature is suitable to live on. That's why human beings can survive on the Earth, because the temperature is there on the Earth. It is suitable for life. We can see that the temperature is suitable for life. That's why human beings, then animals, birds, that all kind of human beings can survive even with animals and birds and all. Then we can see that the distance from the sun, it depends of the temperature of that planet. The Earth is the middle planet. We can see that its temperature is very suitable to live. Two planets are there, that Mercury and Venus. They are very hot planet, and their temperature is extremely about 400 degrees Celsius, because they are very nearest to that sun. That's, and we can see that the planet which are far away from the sun, they have cold planet. They are called cold planet. Neptune. Neptune is the coldest planet because it is very far from the sun. So it receives less amount of heat from the sun. And these planets Mercury and Venus, they are hot because they receive more heat than Neptune. So they are hottest planets. Okay. Then the Earth average temperature, 22 degrees Celsius, and it varies from place to place. It is very different from every place, because of that Earth is little bit tilt on its axis. That's why the temperature of Earth is different from place to place, and in everywhere it is not same. And in some places sun rays are falling tilt, so that's why the temperature of earth is different of all places. It is very heat at equator, and at poles it is very cold. That's why the temperature is different of temperature in all places. Presence of water. We can see that the earth contains that two-thirds part of that is covered with water. Lot of water bodies are there. Oceans are there, rivers, lakes. That water body is there. Water is present suitably on the earth, and it is appropriate for human being to live. You like that other planets, earth also has a proper quantity of water. In like other planet, earth has water in three forms: solids, liquids and gas. That's why the water is present in three formats. So it is the only planet that is suitable to live, because the water is available properly. That's why. Next is breathable atmosphere. Our earth has proper breathable atmosphere. There are presence of gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and ozone, that all are present. There is a big blanket of air and these gases which protect us from the heat of the sun. You know well that the layer of ozone gas will protect us from the harmful ultraviolet rays of the sun. It saves the earth from the harmful ultraviolet rays which receive from the sun, that we are protected by this gas. So there is a thick layer of these gases, and appropriate quantity is there of that all gases in the atmosphere. That's why our earth is protected by the heat of sun and ultraviolet rays of sun. If it falls directly on earth, it will harmful for the human beings, and the ozone layer is there that reduce the heat of sun, and the less heat will get on earth. So we are saved by this layer. Other gases are also present in the gas. They all protect us from the sun, and the oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. It keeps us cool, and that all gases protect the human beings. Okay, next thing is there satellite. Satellite is a small celestial bodies that is moving around the sun. In the satellite is there, that is word derived from the Latin word satellis. The word satellite derived from the Latin word satellis, and it means companion. The satellites are celestial bodies. They are moving around the sun in a proper path. They are moving with the gravitation of sun. They are moving around the sun. They take different time to complete one revolution. They are revolving around the sun, and they are celestial bodies. Satellites are two kinds of: artificial and natural. Natural satellites and artificial satellites. That the Earth satellite is called Moon. Moon is the satellite of Earth. You can see that. Natural satellite bodies are there. They revolve around the sun. The Moon is the only satellite of Earth. The largest that satellite is there, that Ganymede, is a 5,262 km diameter, is the satellite of that planet. It is the very largest satellite, and we can see that satellite is the very largest. It means that planet has a largest satellite like a moon. Moon is the brightest planet. It is satellite. Sorry, Moon is the brightest satellite, and it is 3,84,400 kilometers away from the Earth. It is the brightest satellite. It does not have its own light, but it receives light from the sun, and it reflects the light of sun. So we can see that moon. We can see the brightest moon at night sky. It reflects the light. The moon does not have its proper atmosphere at the surface of moon. The days are extremely very hot and the nights are very cold at the surface of moon. The moon is there, 1/4 of the moon's diameter is there, that is 1/4 of the earth's diameter, that much use is there. The moon's temperature is different at daytime and at night time. 100 degrees Celsius at daytime and 173 degrees Celsius at night. So the moon changes its atmosphere, and you know that some dust particles are there, and life is a little bit not possible. Gravitation is not there, and man already reached at the moon. You know well that the absence of gravitation is there. That will makes the movement very difficult on the earth. It is very difficult on the earth, on the moon to live because gravitation is not there. The surface of the moon, it has covered with rocks, whose mountains are there, and the life is not possible because of gravitation, and some rocky surface is there. It is very difficult for the human beings to live. Phases of the moon. The moon has phases that different. The lunar phase is the different phase of all. Then we can say if the earth is, you can see the moon shapes from the earth. The moon shapes are changing every day. From earth we can see sometime we can see full moon, sometime we can see half moons, and little bit ring shaped moon we can see. Some lunar eclipse, solar eclipse happen. So the moon goes through its during the lunar month. It makes revolution around the sun. It is taking approximately 27 or 28 days for one revolution, and the phases of the moon it changes every day. We can see that. You know all that the moon has no light, but it receives light from the sun and it reflects the light. So sometime you know that the moon, earth and the sun will come in straight line also, and will have some situation. So that we will study different that phases of the moon. So when moon is there, then it will come between the earth and the sun. Then it known as new moon because we can see that only sides of the moon. In this time, whenever moon will come between sun and the earth, we can see the sides of the moon. It is called full moon. It is not lit by the sun fully. During the full moon, when earth, moon and sun will come in straight direction, so sunlight fully getting on moon. So from earth we can see that moon fully. Full moon we can see, brightest moon. So it is called that full moon. Then we'll see during this time, sometime we can see half moon. The moon we can see half. Sometimes that moon is it makes a 19-degree angle with the earth. So from earth we can see half moon. The rising part, when moon is rising, that part is during this half moon period, which is called waxing period, and when it is reducing, it is called waning period. So moon has two periods. It is rising, then waxing, reducing, then waning periods. So our other celestial bodies will learn about asteroids are there. Asteroids are one kind of celestial objects. They are moving around the sun in a proper direction. They are like small planets, and asteroids are there between Mars and Jupiter. You can see that Ceres is the largest asteroid. It is the largest asteroid, and largest asteroids are called planetoids. You can see largest asteroids are called planetoids. Comets. A comet is a kind of icy body which is on the surface and which releases the gas and dust. In its orbit, when the comet has that, some part will melt, icy part will melt in with the sunlight, then a large kind of spherical, a large kind of that tail will happen made up of gases, and that is called that comet. Comet has two kind of tails. One is made up of hot gases. That one tail is made up of particles, dust particles, and one tail is made up of electrically charged gases. Comets are two types: periodic comets and non-periodic comets. Means that periodic comet is the example we can see after period only. After regular period, we can see that periodic comets in the sky. A Halley's comet is there that we can see regularly. It takes 76 years to revolve one revolution, and it was last seen in 1986, and it takes 76 years for one revolution. Meteoroids. Meteoroids are a solid pieces and solid debris piece of that asteroids. Whenever asteroids that break up, means asteroids and comets solid pieces are left, that is called meteoroids. Meteoroids are there that revolves around the sun, and it is a different size. And the thing is that when asteroids enter in the Earth atmosphere, it will burn automatically with the atmosphere of Earth. When it contact, then it will burn. Sometimes it doesn't burn and fall on the Earth. Then it is called meteorites. Sometimes that meteorites fall on the Earth and creates a hollow or a crater on the Earth. So this the meteoroids are there. That is also like a body, left part of that asteroids and comets. So these things are there. We'll learn about this all. Okay. Thank you, children. Bye. I hope you understand. Bye.